You know the feeling, right? The day is finally over, the house is quiet, you climb into bed, and you are so ready for sleep. But instead of your mind slowing down, it just clicks on. Well, today we're going to dig into the real reason your mind seems to kick into high gear the second your head hits the pillow. And I promise we're going to uncover a totally new way of looking at it.
Okay, let's just sit with this moment for a second because it's so specific. It's not like you're just a little restless. It feels like your brain was just waiting for the silence to hit the gas pedal. That exact feeling, that's what we're going to pull apart today.
I mean, you've heard it all a million times. No screens an hour before bed. Maybe take some melatonin, try deep breathing, keep a perfect sleep schedule. And you've probably tried it all. And yet, you're still here. So here's the most important thing to get. You are not failing the advice. The advice is failing you. And we're about to see exactly why.
You know, to solve any problem, you first have to figure out what the actual problem is. Most of the advice out there just lumps all sleep issues into one big bucket. But the thing an anxious mind deals with, it is incredibly specific, and getting that distinction right, well, it changes absolutely everything. So look at this. On the left, you've got your standard sleep issues. These are things you can fix with some simple tweaks. Drink less coffee, get some blackout curtains. But on the right, that's what you're probably experiencing. It's not an external thing, it's an internal thing. It's your nervous system being physically stuck in the on position. And this right here is why nothing has worked. It's a total mismatch. It's like trying to fix a software bug with a hammer. The hammer is a fine tool, but it is for a completely different job. That standard sleep advice, it just wasn't built for a nervous system that's on high alert.
Okay, so what do we actually call this state that your body is in? There's a really important term from sleep science for it, and it's called hyperarousal. This is the official name for what you are feeling night after night. And hyperarousal isn't just feeling a little stressed. No, this is a physical thing. Your heart is literally beating faster. Every little sound seems louder. Your brain is actively scanning for danger. It is a full body state of red alert that you're just carrying with you into bed. And this is the whole game. This feeling of being on high alert doesn't just magically appear when you get into bed. It's the leftover energy from a nervous system that was fired up all day long, from work, from stress, from just life. And it never got the all-clear signal to power down. It's still running yesterday's program.
I really want to pause on this for a second because it is so important. If you take one single thing away from this, let it be this. You are not failing to relax because you lack willpower. Your nervous system is simply running a program that it was taught. It is a trained, automatic response. So, the big question is, how on earth did this happen? How did your bedroom, the one place you're supposed to feel totally safe, become a trigger for anxiety? Well, it happens through a really fascinating process called conditioned arousal. It actually follows a pretty logical path, even if it's not helpful. So it starts like this. Maybe you went through a really stressful time, and night after night, you brought that anxious, activated feeling with you to bed. Your brain, which is basically a supercomputer for finding patterns, started to connect the dots. Oh, this room, this bed, this is the place where all that stress happens. And pretty soon, the room itself becomes the trigger. I mean, your brain was just trying to do its job, right? It was trying to protect you by flagging a potential problem. The only issue is, it made a tiny mistake. It confused the place you felt the stress with the source of the stress. And boom, a very logical but very unhelpful connection was made. And this explains everything, doesn't it? This is why telling yourself to just calm down when you're in bed feels like a complete joke. You can't just will yourself to relax in a place your body has been trained to see as a threat. The alarm bells are already ringing before you even get a chance to try. All right, so if this is a trained response and not some personal failing, we need a whole new story for what's going on here. This is where we stop seeing your nervous system as broken and we start seeing it as, well, expertly trained. I absolutely love this reframe. Just think about it this way. Your nervous system was enrolled in this super advanced, very difficult class on how to stay alert and detect threats. And you know what? It showed up every single night, it did all the homework, and it learned the lessons of stress and vigilance incredibly well. And there's the punchline. Your nervous system didn't fail the class, it aced it. It graduated with top honors in threat detection. The only problem is that now it's using that elite level training in the one place it doesn't belong, your bedroom. So let me be really clear about this. What you're going through is not proof that there's something wrong with you or that you're weak. It is proof that your nervous system successfully learned a survival skill when things were tough. That is the whole story, period. Okay, this is all great information, but how does it actually help you tonight when you're lying there in the dark and your mind is racing? Let's talk about the immediate shift you can make with this new perspective. All right, first, let's just be realistic. A pattern that's been learned over months or even years is not going to disappear in one night. This isn't a magic wand. The goal for tonight isn't to instantly fix the problem, it's to change your relationship with the problem.
So think about it. The old story, the one on the left, is all about self-blame. Here I go again. I can't even do this simple thing. But the new story on the right is about calm observation. Okay, there's that program running again. My nervous system is just doing what it was taught. See the difference? It's a shift from judgment to simple noticing.
And this is where you get immediate relief. Because that new story, it cuts off the fuel supply to that second wave of panic. You know, the anxiety you feel about being anxious. The minute you stop blaming yourself, you strip away a massive layer of suffering. Let this one really sink in. The reason nothing worked is because every single thing you tried was aimed at fixing the sleep. But the real target, the thing that actually needed to change, was what your nervous system had come to believe about the night. And this right here is the biggest message of hope. The very same incredible learning ability that created this problem is the exact same tool that can solve it. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's literally how our brains work. The system that learns is also the system that can unlearn. So as we wrap up, I want you to hold on to this idea. You are not broken. Your brain is not working against you. You just have a very, very well-trained nervous system that made a perfectly understandable mistake. And the most powerful truth in all of this, what was learned can always be revised.